everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be a review video for some of the new Thomas products. Let's start off with Diesel. It's just Diesel. I don't know what else to say about him. Originally I was gonna make this video last weekend. Yeah, last. I almost said next. But I was definitely ill. What I mean by that is I had a sore throat and I couldn't function. But, yeah. Something that I don't like about Diesel is... well, actually nothing. I really like the look of Diesel. I like his purple eyes. I'm still sick, so if you hear me cough, too bad. Next up, let's do the first character we saw in this new style, Gordon. I love the darker blue on him. I love his express head coat too. Boiler could be a bit smaller, but largely, I really like him. The issues I have with Gordon, however, are more severe. Gordon can really only fit on the Superstations track or the older track. So he doesn't necessarily fit on a whole bunch of the track. Trackmaster 2 track he struggles on. And Wooden Railway track he functions okay on. But, like, look, I like him. I do kind of have an issue with the magnets, but I'll get to that after I review Oliver. Next up, Henry. Same issues with Gordon. He only fits on a certain amount of track, but you can convert the track so he runs better on him. I love his face. Boiler isn't too big. Wish he had his Flying Kipper code. I would just love to see someone put a branch line head code or even a shunter head code. I love the bogies on both of them. They're so much more fun. The tenders are... I like how the tenders are connected, so you can only pick them up by one thing now, and it wouldn't snap off the tender. I do agree with most other people when they say I wish that they had a third wheel. Yeah, would have looked better, but it also would have meant that when they're on certain types of track, they struggle even more on them. So Mattel probably tested them and were like, maybe we should take away the middle wheel. Because I highly believe that the prototypes did have the middle wheels. And if you want to get in the middle wheel, then I'll just think maybe buy a James, take his tender wheels and just plop them on. But have them up a tad bit higher so they're just here. So that means they won't interfere with any of the track. Because that is still the only reason why I think that they're here. And I'm pretty sure they would have removed Gordon's middle wheel because that's been causing a lot of issues for me. Because Gordon's wheel out the back here means that he can't go on Trackmaster 2s. Henry can go on Trackmaster 2, Gordon can't. He has too many wheels. But, yeah, I love these three. Now on to Oliver, which I love Oliver too. Let's start out with Toad. I love the Great Western plaque on him. I love the number. I love the tons. I just generally like Toad. You can't necessarily mess up Toad. I don't even mind the square face. The square face looks very nice. But yeah, I don't mind Toad. I also don't mind Oliver. I love his different shade of green to Henry. And I assume he'll also have different shade to Percy too. Love the number, love the GNR lettering. I love his face. I love all their faces. Gordon's taking a little guess getting his too, but I love his face. I love how they spaced apart his wheels. I love the lamp here. Now, because Take and Play and because of course all the magnet stuff has been discontinued for I think maybe nearly 10 years at this point. The only things that work on these are these ones. One Railway, which since One Railway has been cancelled for about maybe I think it's been cancelled for a while. You really only have the older stuff to work with, unless of course you make conversion trucks, like how I do. So you can have all of it connected to this, and then connected to any trucks you want. But of course, these have the same issues as the other magnet ones, which is they can't couple up like this. Yeah, they can't couple up like this. They can only couple up in a proper orientation, which that fucking sucks. I would much more prefer if they had hooks, because at least then you know which way. Or hell, even go back to the normal style, or even have Mighty Max. Wooden Railway loops. I know I don't have Mighty Mac. I know I don't have Wooden Railway Mighty Mac, but you get what I'm saying. Wooden Railway Mighty Mac had the best couplers because you could couple them up from each side. Wish you'd do that with these guys. But that is largely a small problem here. But I plan to get James and Thomas soon. And I'm going to be getting Thomas with Annie instead of Thomas on his own, then the Annie pack later, because I want to avoid duplicates as much as possible. Which probably means I shouldn't have bought Diesel on his own, but I just want a Diesel. But I'll see you next week. Hopefully I'm not going to be that much sicker. And I hope that I can get more of these soon. Alright, see you later.